What's up, Eurovision people? We are joined once again here on YouTube after last night's first semi-final, attempting to predict the second semi-final. Once again, joined by my friends, some of which are familiar faces, some of which are new faces. You want to start introducing yourself?
Yes, the familiar face here is George from Italy, and
I'm Justine and I'm Maltese.
Justine, thank you for accepting our invite despite the last minute. Rebecca's not here today because she has a delayed flight and she is up in space somewhere, not in the United Kingdom, but closer to Finland. And just in time to introduce himself from Albania, we have
Mikea, thank you and sorry for being late. Having some
are you still in
internet.
Albania?
Yeah, it's a crazy thing that I did because I suffered a bit Sean knows already. I suffered a bit our non-qualification last night, so I decided not to attend any more shows. So I took the flight this
you should
morning.
give the
and
tickets to me.
if you want them. So, guys, very briefly, last night, I still haven't recovered, to be honest. And the big elephant in the room. If we had more time, I would do a minute of silence for Ronella Hayati, but we don't have that much time. So I'm going to go straight to you, Mikhail. I don't know what to say. And I'm guessing you don't know much more than me.
You're right.
That's it.
Starting with the question was?
What do we think of Albania's non-qualification?
Well, it's of course that it's not fair, not because it's my country, but there are some other stories being played, and the fandom watching and being the second most viewed performance on YouTube makes me feel very bad. Yeah, but I think it was not fair at all.
Justin, you are more of not as big of a fan as us and not as much of a hardcore fan as us. What did you think of Albania's not qualifying last night?
I think it was a bit, I took it a bit by surprise. I thought it would pass because it's like the typical girl ballad, the Eurovision girl power. And it's really empowering, like given her looks and like her confidence. And I was quite surprised that it didn't pass, yes.
Yeah,
I wasn't. I messaged Sean after the performance telling him this is not qualifying. And I was right, but I thought that it would qualify, of course.
I mean, personally, it wasn't my favorite, of the night, but I had no doubt that it would pass. I'm like, it's not my favorite, but it would pass.
Yeah,
but Sean, something. Sorry for interrupting. It was something special because one night before we had some countries that only one thought they could qualify. For me, it was Switzerland. For George was Moldova, and for Becca was Iceland. And we picked three different countries, and all these strange countries that probably wouldn't be in the final. All the three went through, and that's. I don't know, strange.
We will wait until Sunday in the middle of the night when the split results are released so we can see how far Ronella was from qualifying and if it was the fault of the jury or whatever else.
I think, well, Ronella was my favorite last night. And looking back, trying to be objective, I actually really did like the performance. Some people talked about camera work. Some people talked about the choreography being ridiculous. I think what really hurt her is maybe she didn't need to over-sexualize it so much, even though I enjoyed it. And that probably didn't go down very well with the juries. And also opening the show with such a heavily sexualized choreography was probably not the right way how to open a show. I also blame the producers. They should never have opened the show. And yeah, unfortunately, we won't be having Ronella in the final. I'm very sad for her, but Albanians don't lose hope. Please keep sending ethnic bops. Any other standouts from last night? Me personally, I didn't really expect to see Switzerland and Iceland, and I'm so happy that we got Lithuania.
Yeah, George? Same here. Oh my God, I was so happy, but I think it's because she came after two high-energy performances, and she stood up so much, and she has such a charisma. And also, my mom is watching right now the recording of the semifinal because she wasn't home yesterday, and she said, "Ooh, this one is my favorite." But I think it's because the postcard is her hometown. But still, she left a huge impact. And my favorite was Armenia. I voted for them 10 times, and I didn't think they wouldn't qualify, but I'm happy that I contributed.
Whose phone did you steal?
No, just my phone and the landline as well. So 5 from mobile and 5 from landline. Yeah, because here the limit is 5 per device, not 20.
Yeah. Justine, any other standout surprises?
I mean, personally, I liked Austria's performance. Like, vocal, it wasn't the best, but it was very catchy. And I was quite surprised that it didn't pass. But then as time went by and I started thinking about it, I was like, vocal, it wasn't the best of the night. So it was a bit expected that it wouldn't pass. But yeah, that's the only thing that surprised me a bit, apart from Albania, of course.
You know, I'm actually happy that all these girl ballads qualified, because this means more competition for Sweden in the final.
Yeah. Mikea, any other standouts apart from Albania, of course?
For me, I wouldn't say Lithuania because I was very sure that she was going through the final. Like, we had 2 entries, Albania and Latvia, that were very explosive. And after, the only thing that I enjoyed most after was Lithuania with her calm and her performance. But I would say Ukraine. I really liked their vocals. I don't know. Kalush rap style, just it's like he always hits the right note at the same time. So I really liked Ukraine. Also the staging, I don't know, I like their harmony. So I will send out.
I liked it as well. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
I really appreciate the fact that they can like connect like contemporary music together with their like traditional music. It's amazing. It's beautiful, and I was really proud of them to see them on stage as well. So it was really great. Yeah, I agree.
Epic's Eurovision guy says literally every slow song qualified. We didn't
That's
really
his wet
get
dream.
Croatia. We did not,
Croatia. But we forgot about it also. So
yeah, although slight point around Croatia, I really enjoyed the Croatian part. I think it was beautiful.
Yes, it sounded better in Croatian.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, so and I want to say we all 4 of us predicted Lithuania qualifying more than anyone else. So at least this live stream.
We also all predicted Albania and Latvia.
No, Albania and Latvia didn't qualify.
Yeah, but we
don't
predicted
rub it
them.
in. So semi-final 2 is tomorrow. We have to draw the curtain on semi-final 1, and 18 countries are competing. Before this live stream, we gathered and collected our 10 completed qualifiers from each of us, and this time we agreed on 6 of them. We agreed that 6 are going straight to the final. Very briefly, we're going to start with Sweden. Obvious. Justine, this is one of your possible favorites, right?
Yeah, I put it on second. Like, it's not the usual Swedish bop, but it's a good bop nonetheless. But usually Sweden wows me more. But compared to other years, it's okay.
Yeah, Sweden's going through. Also, we agreed that Australia's going through. Giorgio, I know this is one of your least favorites.
Yeah, I mean, it's a song. It's a song and performance, an act completely made with Eurovision juries in mind. So there's no way it's going to stay in the semifinal, even with a low televote score. But I expect it to scrub it in with the televote as well. So it will probably won't do much in the final, but it's a sure qualifier for me.
Yeah, I can't stand this either, but it's probably going to go to the final.
I don't like it.
Wait. I want to hear from Justine.
I didn't like it personally. I agree with both of you, but it's Australia. It will pass for sure.
But they didn't qualify last year. But this is very jury based, and what we
but like you said, like the jury would like it, so I think it would get high points from the jury, and then like it won't do as well in the finals.
Yeah, and as we've seen last night, the jury twisted things up a lot. Well, we don't know for sure, but I'm pretty sure they did. So yeah.
You know what, Sean? I think that the jury and the televote disagreed a lot last night, so the voting was a little bit all over the place. And in the final, I'm sure that the jury vote will be all over the place. Like, as I told you, like the jury winner will get a 250 and it will be very close like in 2019. I predict the same to happen this year.
Yeah. Well, the next one we all agreed on is Czech Republic. Nikea, I know this is one of your favorites. Why do we think Czech Republic is safe and through?
I think it's a safe entry for the final because it has a unique on how they have built the song, the energy that they deliver us. The staging also is one, as we said on the previous live, it's one of the best staging with the most lights and that covers the rainbow of death. And Dominika has improved a lot from the pre-parties with her vocals. Because Czech Republic was in my top 10 overall, the 40 countries. After I heard her vocals, I said, no, this is going to be like 13, 14, so out. But after I'm watching her second rehearsals, also some other, we can say, hide rehearsals that are not official published, and she's very good. And also the running order is the last, so she will bring us the 40 country with all these light shows and other things, so it will be very remembered. Maybe it's not going to make something very strong in the final, like having a high rank, but I think it will get a safe place on the final.
I think the Czech Republic is also kind of safe. I expect them to go to the final, and we need this light-heartedness energy in the final, especially after last night. We lost so many high-energy songs. So I'm hoping the Czech Republic won't be sacrificed. The fourth country we all agree that is going to the final is Estonia. I'm going to kick it off. I think Estonia has been safe for a very long time. The staging doesn't seem to take any of its limelight away, even though we have heard that the rainbow of death is really affecting the imagery we see on the LED. But I don't expect this to hinder Estonia's chances to go to the final. Anyone else thinks differently?
No. It's a really cool song, really cool act. And despite its fake country sound, it's very, very European. And I think it's going to do very, very well in the televoting.
I mean, it is just basically similar to Hey Brother by Avicii. So it would do well. It would do so well.
And to not mention that he has very good vocals live, like the official music video. I can hear him like the studio version and not making any difference.
It's true.
Yeah, good vocals, good looks, good melody. He's in.
Yeah, all the components.
I think this will be also. We talked a lot about jury bait. I think Estonia could actually capitalize a lot from the televote this year. I expect to see the televote getting, not strongly, but comfortably behind Estonia, especially in a semi-final like this.
I think it will be top 10 in the final televote, personally. This is a very strong song.
But the next
You're underrating the power of vocals. This is a song for the
talk about vocals because you thought Austria was going to qualify when I
did with the L.
The next one we all agreed on is qualifying is Poland. Giorgio, you think this is going to win the televote?
For the semi-final, yeah, I think so. Live performance is very captivating from what I've seen. He can sing. There are dancers and things happening, distracting us from his lack of charisma. So I think he's safely going through, and I think that the final score that he's going to get from the televote will be enough to get him in the top 10. But they're not winning, as Polish people are convinced, but they will do well.
I think vocally he's really good. So the jury would love him, and they would give him definitely high points.
No, the problem is that
is really. Go ahead.
No, you were saying the same thing, I mean.
Yeah, I think the jury is really going to get behind this, but I don't think the televote is going to get behind this half as much as you think, Giorgio. I think this is the song that my mother would say, and she's watching for the first time, she would say, "Oh my God, why is he moaning on stage?" Literally. And yeah, he's got good vocals, but it doesn't mean I have to like his vocals, and I personally can't stand them. And I can, 90% of Eurovision voters sit down and hear the songs for the first or maximum second time. So I cannot I cannot see how this can win the televote, and I think its strength is definitely in the jury vote. And to be honest, days ago, I was calling this the shock round qualifier, but I put it in after seeing how much the juries probably twisted things up last night. So I don't think that Poland will miss out. Mikia, you wanted to add something?
Yeah, from the previous experience with Poland, like they don't have very good relations with the juries. You know, like the 2016, if I'm not wrong, with Colors of Your Life. I like that
Every
song
year,
very much after Eurovision. Like when was the Eurovision season, I didn't like it that much, and it was with like 7 points from the juries, and he got more than 200 points from the televotes. So yeah, Poland. Looking up from yesterday's evening, like now I'm suspicious for every entry for the final.
Same.
Like it may be like a shock non-qualifier if the juries mess the things up like they did yesterday, but maybe will be enough to pass for the final. And yeah, we know the diaspora of Poland is like open everywhere, so that's why they get a lot of televoting points.
The Polish diaspora is not as strong as you think, because it's like they appeared in 2016 and then they never existed. Because if you look in 2015, 2017, the Polish diaspora.
Well, I mean the
40
fandom,
points.
the fandom that can vote. I mean the fandom that can vote. Look, we shouldn't look the last year that was a weak song like Rafal with that song that.
Yeah, but diaspora is going to vote regardless. So if people like the Polish song, they will heavily vote for it, and I think this is the case.
I voted, but for me to be my spirit in peace and to enjoy the grand final, I want Poland to not qualify. So I will be like, yeah, now I can enjoy the grand final.
Yeah, I also can't stand this song, to be honest. And if it doesn't,
I don't like it either. It doesn't even sound like a song.
However, I do think diasporas are kind of overrated. We used to talk about Romanian diaspora, Greek diaspora, Polish diaspora, and all of these countries have had non-qualifications in very recent years. The only diaspora that I think still is very withstanding is the Lithuanian one. But then again, Lithuania has failed to qualify in 2019 as well. So I don't know if it makes that much of a difference. Probably it does, but maybe not as much as we think it does. Epic Eurovision guy says, I don't think Poland will win the televote, and I agree with him. The staging is way too much, and I also agree with him. And it distracts from the song and the vocals.
But you see, the song isn't good. Like, the song doesn't even sound like a song. So that's like putting on a show is what will make people vote for it.
Yeah, it's his only saving grace, the staging.
Yeah, but putting caramel sauce on a piece of shit doesn't make the caramel sauce look good either. So
I mean, they're the same color.
Have you seen the tweets, guy? Like the Indian movies from Bollywood, like they have overcooked the staging and other things. You know how the Indians Bollywood reaction? Maybe you don't know this. Like if I have to beat you, it would make like 30 minutes for me to move the hand. Like super extra overrated. I will send you some videos later so you can. And every tweet was like like Indian movies, like Indian scenes. I will show you later so you can understand what I'm saying now.
Please. The last finalist. Yeah, it is too much. It is too much. But I don't know if all of this is contributing to a Polish non-qualification. Bring it on. The sixth country that we all agree is qualifying, and I'm surprised we all agree about this, is Cyprus. Justine, what do you think of Cyprus?
I mean, I didn't hate it, but I don't hate it, but I don't love it, you know. So it's a good song. It will definitely qualify. I mean, that's my only thought process behind it.
Okay.
For me, it's very borderline, actually.
Yeah, I'm a little bit worried, especially after seeing how the juries completely destroyed songs like Albania and Latvia. I mean, I'm not comparing Cyprus to Albania and Latvia, but there seems to be, I don't know, I'm worried for Cyprus. And I'm worried because I want this to qualify to show the Cypriot broadcaster that they can do ethnic, authentic songs partially or fully in Greek. And if this doesn't qualify, we're gonna get another 10 El Diabolos for the next 10 years from Cyprus.
I mean, Sean, the song is really good. Actually, it's the performance that's completely wrong. The color pattern, the execution. Like she does stank faces all the time on stage, and it's supposed to be a sensual song. They got everything wrong for it, but the song itself is really, really good. They just ruined it. That's why I'm worried about it, and I think it would be very borderline if it does qualify.
I do think this is borderline, yes. But hey, all four of us agreed that it's going to qualify whether it's borderline or not. And that completes the countries that we all agreed are going to qualify. Sweden, Australia, Czech Republic, Estonia, Poland, and Cyprus. However, there are 5 countries that we all agreed are not going to qualify. And I'm going to start with the first one being North Macedonia. Probably the closest neighbor to North Macedonia is Mikhail. This isn't going to qualify, right?
This is not going to qualify, and this is going to be the 18th place for me in the second semifinal. Like, it's, I don't know how to name that song. It's weird. It's her, Andrea, like showing to us that she is more a boy than a woman, and she's like, "Hey, come test my limits, and I will punch you in the face." And it's like, also the music video is like, yeah, coming from a box arena. It's like, no. I don't see anything special on the song. It's like a normal chorus, to not say weak, to not offend, but I don't see anything special in this.
It's aggressive, yeah. The second one we all agreed is not going to qualify, and I'm a little bit surprised actually, but actually no. It's Giorgio. Justine, what do you think of Giorgio?
I mean, I'm a bit like, if I listen to it once and twice and I don't like it, then I don't like it. And that happened with Georgia. I listened to it once, didn't like it. I listened to it twice, didn't like it. You know, that's what I think. I didn't like it. It's not worthy enough to pass, in my opinion.
And I mean, your sentiment reflects that of many casual Eurovision voters who don't even have the luxury of listening to it twice or 3 times. So if you didn't like it the 3rd time, then
exactly.
I think...
And like adding on to what you said, like if someone's just casually watching the Eurovision and he's not going to listen to the songs beforehand, he will definitely say this song is not it.
Yeah.
It's a very alternative indie song. It's going to find its audience, but of course, people who like this type of music are not enough to make it qualify. But it is going to serve its purpose at least. So I appreciate Georgia for this. Of course, Justine and I are probably not the audience for it.
No.
But other people will like it. I think.
Yeah, other people will like it.
Yeah, I can see some people in England and Ireland actually voting for this, and I don't think
also Northern Europe.
Yeah, I don't think this is gonna finish in the bottom 3. I think Georgia can get like, I don't know, 13th, 14th, maybe, who knows. But pass me a trophy when I care. The next one is Ireland. We all agreed that Ireland is not gonna qualify. There was a lot of talk about this being really elevated with the staging and the performance. But we still none of us don't think it's gonna qualify. Giorgio, this is a song you kind of want to see in the final, right?
Yeah, I really want to see her in the final because I think she had a huge glow up. First of all, she learned how to perform it very well. But between the unfavorable running order and the fact that the song is not that memorable itself, I think this will get lost. It will probably get some small points from a lot of countries, but that will only be enough to make it end maybe 12th or 13th, but it will never be enough to qualify. But if it does qualify, I'm going to celebrate.
I would be happy to see Ireland in the final, to be honest. I just hope they don't steal a spot from one of the 4 countries that I'm begging to God to qualify. The 4th country we all agree is not going to qualify. It's Montenegro. This makes me sad because I actually really like this song, but Vladana is not the best singer, and I don't know. I just don't see much appeal for this. Although if it did qualify, out of the ones that we're saying are not going to qualify, this is the one I will most expect to see as a shock qualifier. Just before we continue on Montenegro, we have some comments on Ireland. It's not bad at all. I will vote for her for sure tomorrow. It has its niche for sure.
She's going to need it.
Out. Yeah, but it will be an uphill battle for Brooke. Mikea, you are another Balkan individual. Do you like Montenegro?
Want me to be true?
Of course.
Two weeks ago, Montenegro was in my top 10, but not because of her performances, but because I really liked the song. Like, to not say, it made me emotional every single time that I heard it. Because I play piano for almost 17 years, and I have a special connection with violin also. And if in the first chorus, the better for the lights, you hear the strings that overpass her voice, and it's like giving me all goosebumps in all my body. But as you said, she's not the best singer this year, so I think it's a very good song, but not in a very good singer. So I think he destroyed with her vocals. And I would be very excited if I see her tomorrow qualifying. As you said, this will be one of the shock qualifiers for me because I really like the song. But I want to add something. I was hearing today at 3 the jury show rehearsals, the dress rehearsals for tonight. And I really heard her that she kept all the notes okay. So I really hope for a shock qualifier for Montenegro tomorrow, for real.
Yeah, I would like to see Montenegro do well, but again, this is like a lot of people this year are like this with Ireland. They hope to see it qualify. I'm kind of like this with Montenegro. Like if Montenegro qualify, I would be smiling because I do love this song, and I don't know. It's about
you don't like her outfit.
The only one. I like her outfit. I don't like her. I really don't like her. I don't like the lyrics of the song. I don't like the story.
Yeah, it's some of the worst lyrics
at Eurovision. I don't like Vladana. She is, like I said, there needs to be a person in the delegation where they say, and no, Vladana, you will not wear that dress. And no, Vladana, you will not sing like that. And no, you will not sing half the song in Italian.
Yeah, that makes no sense.
Straighten her up to be...
Well, but she thinks she's an influencer, She's like an icon style in Montenegro. Like she will wear a big dress with yellow socks.
She's delusional.
Yeah, I can't. I really can't.
Can we move on?
And the lyrics of Breed sound out of place and weird, obviously written by someone who doesn't speak English too well. I wish they I wish they kept the song in Montenegro. Not even Serbia will give much votes for Vladana. It is extremely bad, boring, repetitive, and it's in English/Italian.
Yeah, and also Serbia hasn't been doing neighbor votes very much lately in the televote.
Well, Montenegro has been absent for 2 years, so we haven't seen that much of a pattern. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if Serbia gets behind this. I think the juries will give them 12 points regardless. I mean, it's the Serbian-Montenegrin thing. But I don't know. The last country we all think is not going to qualify, and this is also kind of sad, but it's Romania. Mikea.
Hola, mi bebé. Even though I see Romania Yamame. Yeah, in the betting odds, this is like a sure top 10 qualifier, but I really don't see him qualifying at all.
I agree. I don't know. Really repetitive.
Yeah, repetitive. Like, how can you mix that one with the Spanish and he doesn't sound good in Spanish, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Exactly.
Or in English either. Or in any language.
It's another thing that an Italian can speak Spanish because they are like similar languages. It comes from the Latin, and but it's repetitive. The music is just ta-na-na, ta-na-na, ta-na-na. It's the only rememberable song. And Hola mi bebe, that it's But I don't see him. Also, his vocals are horrible. I don't like him at all.
And the backdrop looks like a PowerPoint presentation. Everything's so bad about this entry. I think this is the last place in the jury vote.
And it's a song that doesn't have a natural connection. Like it's not fluid.
It's a song that in 2005 would have done decently, But now it's completely out of place. It's awkward. He's awkward on stage. And for being a professional dancer, he's doing a horrible job. I wouldn't hire him for a dance.
I mean, simply put, it's the kind of song I will definitely just go play on my phone whilst he's singing and like make a cup of tea while the performance is going on.
And if Justine doesn't like a song with Spanish lyrics, then you know you have a problem.
Exactly. That's true.
Problema, mi chica.
But Justin, did you like Albanian's Damelo? Did you like Albanian's Damelo?
Yes, I liked it. I didn't hate it at all.
I feel like I'm the motivational speaker on this one. I actually really like Yamame. It's not in my top, I don't know what, but
I'm quite surprised you do.
Yeah, I like Ors. I think he has a really fun energy. And like Montenegro, this qualifies, bearing in mind it doesn't take a spot from someone I will discuss later on, which you can probably guess. I wouldn't be mad. This is far better than Romania last year, in my opinion. I despised Amnesia by Roxin since the minute it was released. So I think this is a much better effort. And I think it will do... No, it can't do that much better. But anyways, I don't know. I wouldn't hate to see this qualify. But yeah, I think if there is one... I think it competes with another act, which we will talk about later. And I think this other act has more of a chance to qualify than Yamame. Love your butchering songs, even if I disagree sometimes. Thank you, Colin from Serbia. I actually really like Yamame. The staging is good in my opinion, but there will be such a bloodbath for the last qualifying spots. I think it will not be enough to make the final. I'm surprised you Epic Eurovision guy likes Yamame. It's not the kind of song that I would expect him to like. But hey,
it's unpredictable.
So, just to recap, the 5 countries we all agreed are not going through are North Macedonia, Georgia, Ireland, Montenegro, and Romania. And that leaves 7 countries that we have different opinions on their qualifying chances, and they are Finland, Israel, Serbia, Azerbaijan, Malta, San Marino, and Belgium. So, I'm going to start with Serbia. 3 of us think that Serbia is going through.
Fourth hand.
So, Justine, what is it about the song that you think will not probably make the final?
I don't know. Now it's like I feel like I'm cornered, okay? You're like true Eurovision fans, and you know when a song is good for Eurovision and when it's not. But like from my ignorant point of view, I just don't see it going through. It's kind of boring, in my personal opinion. Like, don't come at me for this. But that's what I got when I heard it for the first time. I think I heard it twice. I don't know. I forgot. That's how much of an impact it left on me. So yeah, that's my only thought process behind it. I don't have anything against the performer, nothing.
But Justine, did you watch the live performance or just the audio?
I do listen to the audio, and I did listen to the short snippets, so okay. I might be a bit biased. So maybe the live is better.
It's a song that really needs the live performance in order to get through. Like when I first listened to the Serbian selection songs, this was my 4th still, so I liked it already. But when I saw the live performance, I realized, okay, this is my winner for this year, and it still is my winner for this year.
But I can add something for Justine. I totally agree with her. You know what? This is my first week that I like Serbia, to be honest. Yeah. I was like Justine. Like when I heard for the first time, I said, what, is this a song or what is it? So I totally feel you. But the thing is that you have listened it maybe a few times. I have listened it more, and it took me a bit more to be convinced. But watching it carefully, like repeating the song, watching some details on her lyrics, on her performance, also on the second rehearsal that we saw, she's great. She's a character this year. Like, you know, she took some simple things like a soap, water, doing like this. She created a viral thing, Biti Zdrava, like moving her hands. So she's a character. I know Sean is smiling now because he's one of his favorites this year, right, Sean?
Yeah, Serbia is my number 3, and I will probably be voting for Serbia tomorrow. I think I'm really worried for it, especially after the semi-final last night, because I actually, when the result happened, and I was like, oh my god, semi-final 2, I'm not ready to lose San Marino. And then he said, and OMG Serbia, and I was like, oh my god, Serbia as well, we're gonna lose Serbia, fuck the juries. I don't know. I still think it will.
Sean, you know what? This is a kind of song that or will do very good or will do very bad. So it's nothing in the middle for this, you know?
It's one of those songs that gets a lot of 12 points from the juries and a lot of 0 points as well.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah.
Either you understand it or you don't.
But listen, it's not about who hates you, it's about who loves you. And I do think that the 12 points will add up to give Serbia a very good televote. I'm not sure if it will win purely because I win the televote in the semi. I'm not sure if it will win the televote in the semi purely because last night's results have just really made me anxious and nervous about everything. And I feel uncomfortable making predictions that I was comfortable making a week ago.
Moldova was probably second in the televote last night. So
I don't know. But
I think it was.
I really, really hope this qualifies. When I hope for a song so much, I struggle to make a prediction because I don't want to jinx it. But Biti zdrava. I agree with Justine. Despite how much I adore everything about it, I am still kind of skeptical how wider European audience will understand it. And this guy is Serbian. A question for Mikhail. Do you think people in Albania will like it?
Yeah, already in Albania, they really like this song. It's well appreciated. Behind the politics, you know, like Albania and Serbia are not going very well politically. But yeah, the song is very catchy. And one of the things that I like this year is a good relation through Kostracta and Ronella. Like, you know, I haven't seen two artists in the Eurovision from our countries, like from Serbia and Albania, to go this well. But she said in a national interview, maybe this guy knows, that Albania is one of my favorites. So I think this is a good way to show people that we like each other and we support each other.
They're both progressive artists, so they were meant to get along.
Love them. They are the personalities. Like I said it in another live stream. To me, Constracta and Ronella are the two. I want to marry both of them.
It wouldn't be a normal Eurovision 2022 without them, you know, without Constracta.
Yeah.
And Monica Liu.
Yeah.
And Monica Liu.
Serbia is impossible to predict, but I think Europe, other than the Balkans, won't connect with it, especially not knowing what the song is about. The staging was also too dark in rehearsals in some moments. Yeah, but I hate that he's not here to defend himself, and Serbia won't win the televote in a million years. But Estonia, you say this. Like I've been realizing, even though I have similar concerns, I've been realizing that people are making predictions sometimes of what they like, and I know you hate this song, so I think there is a little bit of a bias there because I do think Serbia has potential to win the televote, even if the Nordics, we think they won't get behind this. And let's face it, in this semi-final there are only 2 Nordic countries, so I think we overestimate how much the haters.
Estonia is Nordic as well. He's going to whoop your ass.
They want to be Nordic, but I should probably. He's gonna kill me on this chat. I'm waiting for his comments.
He's thinking as an Estonian. This song won't get any points from Estonia, he said, and he's probably right. And it probably won't get much from other Nordics either. And from the UK, and from Ireland, and from Australia, and from Malta. So yeah, there's many countries that are unlikely to give Serbia points.
No. Malta will vote for this. When she won Pesmo Eurovision, this was trending at number 7 in Malta out of nowhere.
Ooh.
I've never known that.
You said there's a lot of Serbian immigrants in Malta.
Yes,
that's why.
That's probably why.
That's true. I forgot that. That's true. That's true.
Was number 1 in Austria and Switzerland as well for the same reason.
But still, like there was an impact. I mean, for it to be number 7, the Serbian immigrants alone won't make it trend number 7. And
it made other people curious.
Just to mention, there are very little Albanian immigrants. There are, but very little. And Ronella was trending at number 3. This morning, Ronella was number 3
Yeah,
on Malta. So
Maltese loved her performance. Like this morning, I was at work. They were talking about how much they loved Albania's entry and how disappointed they were that it didn't pass. So yeah,
It's 1,202,000. So it's
yeah,
like a lot
only second
for
to
less than
Ukraine.
20 points.
I think that performance was so bad, honestly, but
Let's
No, it
let's keep
was
this.
bad. It was bad, but yeah, it's another.
Let's keep this on semi-final too. The next country that 3 of us think is going to the final is Finland. Raise your hands, those who think Finland is going through. Yeah, I did put it in, right? Yeah. So, Mikhail, start the offense.
Yeah, I know I'm not standing any offense, but I would say why I said Finland is not going through. I heard the studio version, and maybe they are a very famous group. Like they have already a reputation on the music world industry, and the fact that they are known from the Czech Republic, from the Northern Europe, yeah, makes them famous. But I think on the live version, it sounded like very empty. When I saw the second rehearsal and also some other rehearsal, when we hear Jezebel on the music video, it's so powerful. I really liked it and would be for sure a top 10 for the semi too. But what hearing it live, I was like Jezebel, like his
Yeah.
voice wasn't out. I don't know if you get it. I know that you have put it through, but it wasn't a very convinced voice to get some points. I don't know.
I put
Maybe
it
it
through,
will
but I
get
agree with you
televotes.
100%.
It Sean, it will get televotes points maybe because of the reputation that they have, but I don't think a lot of jury points.
I agree with you 100%. This was the last song I put through in my prediction. And I'm only putting it through because I didn't put through another song that I'm pretty sure the juries will kill, even though I love it. I think Finland definitely has a chance not to qualify, especially from what we've seen last night. I don't know, like, I also think Ronella was forgotten, and I don't see why the Rasmus won't be forgotten. His voice, Lauri, is nothing impressive. It's actually quite hollow, as you said. And the staging, it wants to be something like It, the movie It, with the balloons and everything. But it's not. I don't know why they keep making these references to It. It is absolutely not It. To me, it looks more like a bouncy castle where kids do their Holy Communion parties.
I'm
And
not
there are
going to tell
balloons.
you who he reminded me of with his hair because I'm going to
No,
take
please
you.
do.
No, because it's very specific and it's gonna take a while for me to explain it. But I'm
Is
gonna
it
give
someone
you
who
a
was in school with us?
no. It's from an episode of Wizards of Waverly Place. There was this episode when they end up in a horror movie and this guy chasing them with a hairdryer, and he looks exactly like this guy. That it took me there. But yeah, vocally, I don't think he is any good. Like, but it's giving like 2000 rock, and it's giving me all the nostalgia of me hearing my brother blasting that kind of music on his speakers. So personally love that song, like even just for the nostalgia of it. That's my opinion.
Giorgio, you also think this is going through?
I think this is a safe qualifier, especially from the televote. It's the only song of its kind in the semifinal, and even though the vocals here are lackluster, everything else is set up for them to do well. So I have no doubts in my mind that this is going to be in the final.
I don't know. I mean, I like the song and I wouldn't mind seeing them go through, but I don't know. Yesterday just made my predictions go, hang on a minute, let's rework this. And I'm probably nervous for many countries that I wasn't nervous for before, and Finland is definitely one of them. However, Epic's Eurovision guy agrees with you. Finland is safely qualifying. I don't know if I watched some of the performances, but Lauri sounds really decent. Eston, we need to clean your ears, bro.
He doesn't sound offensive. Doesn't sound good either, but I don't think his vocals are offensive.
You know what the British commentate? No, not the Swedish commentators last night said for Pia Maria from Austria. They said this girl should be an inspiration to all of you who would like to sing, but they can't.
That girl, Pia Maria's vocal performance wasn't even that bad yesterday.
Yeah,
They were
It
just
wasn't
trying to be
bad.
relatable and funny.
It wasn't
her
bad.
Rude
her
SVT
backing
commentators.
her backing vocalist had a really good vocal performance. Yes, funny isn't a word I would describe to describe good vocals. I don't think she sounded very good, but yeah, I don't. I also think Lauri doesn't sound very good, and he doesn't have half the backing vocals that she has. So we will see tomorrow. Finland or San Marino? Achille, of course. Have you seen his rehearsals?
But there are
Colin,
two different types of rock.
I hope you are right. I hope you are right. But yeah, Pia was awful yesterday. Of course she was. She wasn't very good. So moving on from Finland, the next country we're going to talk about is Azerbaijan, and three of us think this is going through.
Really?
Justine, you're not sure.
I mean, I say it will go through because it's Azerbaijan. Full stop.
Full
Like,
stop.
Justin be like,
Azerbaijan has only been successful once since they were exposed for vote buying in 2013. They only had one top 10.
But they always manage to make it through, huh?
Yeah, they always
know.
make their way through.
It's a bit sus, but it's Azerbaijan for you.
You're right, and if they live up to their Azerbaijan votes name, they're going to make it this year as well. But I don't think this is making it purely because the song goes. It's my number 40, so I really hate it. The song goes nowhere.
Like
the live performance is completely mismatched from the supposed meaning of the song, I guess, because it doesn't mean anything. And his voice alone shouldn't justify a qualification, but if Marius Bear did it, then anything can. And I'm going to tell you, Mikea, if you thought that I hated Marius Bear, this song is below Marius Bear in my top.
oh really?
I can't stand
you
it.
were about to kill me for Marius Bear.
Yeah, and it's your fault that Albania didn't qualify. You predicted Marius Bear, and you got Marius Bear in the final.
No, it's what Sean said, because I told you we are very hardcore fans, but there are some people that watch it for the first time, and it's like very ear friendly, and it's like.
Yeah, I think the lyrics, the meaning definitely helped Marius, while in this case we have a song without a meaning, and that's why I don't expect it to make it. And some people might say, yeah, this is jury bait, the juries aren't going to vote for it, but no. The juries have a lot of ballads to choose from in the semifinal, and if they want a male ballad, they will go for Poland, or they will go for Australia more likely, and this one is going to get forgotten. And it's going to be good if Azerbaijan doesn't qualify, because I want them to stop using this formula of forcing their poor singers to sing songs in English, which they don't even speak, and the songs are both from Sweden. No, try something else. Nobody cares about your country anyway, so you don't have to promote it as a modern land of civilization, which is not. Just send something that represents your culture. That's why I really want this song to fail, as a wake-up call for Azerbaijan.
Yeah, but it's another thing. We have Poland and Azerbaijan, okay? Poland with an overcooked stage, and I think
this is more like Australia.
My top 10, but Azerbaijan is very helped by the staging, because I think it has a very special staging.
But so it's a meaningless staging.
I can't stand Poland either, but if we put two males, I think Azerbaijan has a very normal stage that elevates the song in another level. And yeah, I agree with the formula fact that they don't even speak English, but they put it on the lyrics. I don't know.
But this is also soulless, and what people are looking for this year is self-made singers with genuine emotions. You see, for example, that Stien from the Netherlands yesterday, her performance wasn't the best, but she was so emotional, and commercially on iTunes, on Apple Music, on Spotify, she's doing amazingly. And I don't think that Azerbaijan is going to have any luck because of this. This is also cold and emotionless, and the singer is clearly disconnected from his song, mainly because he has no idea what he's singing about, and we have no idea either with those lyrics. But I was wrong about Switzerland. Hopefully, I'm not wrong about this one, because
I was just about to say, this gives me deja vu to the little debate you two had on Switzerland on Monday, and Mikea was proved right. I hope that Azerbaijan doesn't qualify, but I was thinking they're not going to qualify. But after Switzerland qualified. Azerbaijan was literally the first country I put in my 10 predictions. They're going through. The vocals are incredible. The staging works. This is gonna do even better than Switzerland. This is, to me, a safe qualifier now. I'm not sure how badly the public will not like this, but I don't think it can be worse than Switzerland. I really don't think it can be worse than Switzerland. And
Way more better than Switzerland.
exactly. So if Switzerland qualified, this will easily qualify as well.
Sean,
I hope I'm wrong.
Sean, if this qualifies and Malta doesn't, I'm going to laugh at you.
No, you won't, because Malta's your number 3 and this is your 40, so you will be laughing.
Number 4 now.
I guess Switzerland has beaten it up, right? So, Nadir seems to speak English pretty well, actually, but he chooses not to. Azerbaijan is a borderline, but I'm leaning towards a yes. Jury will love it, and televote will give this enough points. I agree. Azerbaijan, Poland, Australia, I think one of them will fail. My guess is slightly Australia, not qualifying. Wouldn't mind both fail. Yeah, I agree.
Colin, I hope you're right, because Australia is my number 39. Azerbaijan is my number 40, so if one of them fails, I'm going to be happy.
George, I wouldn't mind if all of them 3 failed tomorrow.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind either. So they're all in my bottom 10. Like Poland is
we
my
will have
number
more
33,
It would be a dream.
PowerPoint presentation from Romania in the final than these 3 birds, but we know damn well that at least 2 are making it.
If these
but you know what I was thinking? Maybe EBU has a plan. From the semi 1, all the ballads. From the semi 2, all the up-tempo songs. So
or maybe the plan is to give Sweden as much competition as possible by making all the ballads go to the final. But I don't think this is an actual plan.
I don't know. Well, the next ballad we're going to talk about is Malta. And once again, 3 of us think this is going through. Raise your hands. Justine, I'm going to kick it off with you because...
With me, because represent, bias. So I think... Let's start from here. I don't think it's the best song there is this year, even though it's my country. I don't like the song. Emma has much more vocal range than this song that they provided for her. I personally prefer the song that she used in the Maltese Eurovision.
Okay.
But vocally, she can surprise us. Vocally, she's a powerhouse and she can surprise us. She can just go straight to at least 9th, 10th place from the semi-final. I don't have high hopes for her, but I mean, she can surprise us and she can pass given her vocals. I don't like the staging. I don't like the dancers. They're pretty unnecessary.
Really?
But yeah, I mean, even the costumes, like, don't get me started on their costumes, not on hers, on their costumes. They look straight out of a school talent show, but yeah, that's for another time. But yeah, I mean, that's the only concerns I have is the staging and the song itself. It might be a bit forgettable. So yeah, we're counting on her vocals and on her presence, her stage presence. And yeah, we hope for the best.
I wouldn't say it's forgettable. It's actually very catchy.
It's very I mean, it can be catchy, but you know, it's like compared to other songs, it might come across as a bit, you know, overused. It's the same.
Yeah, and it's Swedish pop. It's a Swedish pop that was cool 5 years ago, but now it doesn't work anymore.
Exactly. Like Malta, in my opinion, ever since Euphoria, we just wanted to adapt this Euro pop sound to our songs, and we constantly fail to like pop out, like make it like our own thing.
Yeah, that's because it's not the Maltese spirit.
Exactly, and yeah, that's why I think I mean I have a bit of mixed feelings about our song.
I feel the same as you. I don't know.
Justine, you speak my truths, but I cannot say these things because now I'm appearing on national TV and I can't say a bad word about Emma Muscat, but the song and everything, yeah, I think, yeah. Giorgio.
I'm going to say it for you, okay? So
She
there's a
already
lot
did.
of but I mean, there's a lot of wasted potential here. I'm a huge fan of Emma Muscat since she appeared at Amici, and I really liked Out of Sight. And I'm glad that on Friday I'm going to be able to buy the CD with Out of Sight on it, as well as I Am What I Am.
Yes, the song is coming out on her album.
Yeah, it's an EP. But there's a lot of wasted potential. This is not faithful to Emma's image. This is not exploiting her best talents, her beauty, because she is one of the most beautiful people I've ever seen. And this song doesn't value anything that she has to offer. But it's pure jury bait, and that's why I expect it to qualify. I don't think it will be a failure from the televote because a lot of countries seem to be into this sound. Like I expect points from the UK, Ireland, Australia, but also some from Sweden. But still, I'm bitter, and I hope that she will be back at Malta Eurovision Song Contest or representing Malta somehow with a song that truly represents her.
I expect nothing
too
less
good to be
than
wasted.
8 points. I expect nothing less than 8 points from the Australian televote. There are a lot of Maltese people there, and they are loyal. Mikia, you're the only one who doesn't think that this isn't going to qualify. Would you kindly tell us why?
Yeah, very kindly. Like Justine has told everything. Sean, I really love Emma since she appeared on Amici. Like, I really liked her music personality, her songs after her career, after this TV show. But this is not a song that could represent the best of Emma. We have already discussed about it. This is not the song that Emma sings normally. In Italy, she has a music career which has way more very good songs. And I mean, when I say very good, because I like to listen to her. But this is the high school musical, like clapping hands is the same thing. I don't like. Okay, she is a pure beauty. It's one of the most gorgeous humans in the world, for real. Like, her face is just so perfect, symmetric. So we cannot say so. If she takes some points somewhere, it's because of her beauty, not because of the song. But yeah, this is a borderline for me. It's my 11th place, and I would be happy if she qualifies. But I don't think even if she qualifies, she may do well. It would be like 20 until 25 place. But yes, this is not the genre of Emma.
Here's where I disagree. First of all, I agree with all the points that you guys mentioned. But this is where I'm going to be the flag bearer and assure you all that this song is going to the final. First of all, the juries we've seen on last night's semi that they will twist things around. And even if the public doesn't want to see the song qualify, the juries are probably going to back this up a lot, Switzerland style. That's first. Second, I don't think the televote will be terrible because we have, not only do we have friends in this semi, we have Australia, we have the UK, we have Montenegro, who historically, they give us a lot of votes for some reason, and also Azerbaijan and North Macedonia. We can expect a couple of points from there. I'm not talking 12s, but I'm talking 2s or 3s. And yes, there is a safety with Emma's song that it is only us Eurovision fans that we completely obliterate. When the public at home, you have acts like San Marino, you will have France in the final, you have all of these, ethnic bangers, Bob, Adronella last night. When there's all of that craziness going on, sometimes they do connect with a song that is just doing what a song does on the radio. It's a generic radio-friendly song. And last year, I went to work after semi-final 1, and I chatted with some of my colleagues who are stereotypical, almost higher middle class women in Malta. And they all said, I only liked Sweden. And I was like, Sweden? You had Ukraine, you had Russia, you had Azerbaijan, Lithuania. Sweden, why Sweden? They said, because it was the only normal one. And Sweden got 10 points from the Maltese televote. Now, Malta can't vote for itself, but Malta's not the only country that's voting. And I'm pretty sure that some way or another, we could collect those tiny little televotes that will add up. We talked about Serbia getting zeros, potentially getting zeros from the Nordics. We talked, I don't know, we talked about so many countries, but you get what I mean. I think that this is going to sneak through to the final in 9th or 10th, but I don't know. I really want to see Emma qualify, and I really like her as a personality. Also, she has no arrogance whatsoever in comparison to other contestants that have represented Malta in the very recent years. She was on Wee Wee Blogs' live stream, and she literally said yesterday, yes, my second rehearsal sounded terrible because I was sick and I couldn't sing. And I never heard anyone say that from Malta. That honesty, that genuinity. I was just so blown away, and I really, really hope that she qualifies, because the international media and the fans, those angry teenagers, have completely tried to destroy Emma Muscat online. And I really hope she goes like this after she qualifies. Fuck you, Twitter, and let's go to the final and get anything above 24th place for Malta. I literally can't decide whether Malta will qualify or not. I have no freaking clue. There are so many borderline countries, it's crazy. Yeah, I can't disagree. I dislike justice for Emma's sneakers / dress outfit.
Finally, somebody said that.
Finally,
I hate her
someone.
sneakers.
I hate her sneakers.
I like her
You're
sneakers.
not. She did not come to Italy to wear sneakers with a dress. That's something you do in Sweden, not in Italy.
And to think that she lives in Italy, like half and half.
Yeah.
So, like,
How dare-
And that's the
She
thing.
wanted
Why
to go
it's
full
called the High School
Scandinavian.
Musical.
She wanted to go full Scandinavian with the style, Scandinavian songs, Scandinavian songwriters, Scandinavian outfit. But those people have no fashion sense. Leave it to them.
Sneakers and a dress is something I would wear if I go clubbing, but I would be like dancing all night and like no one is going to see me on TV.
But I think she can't wear heels because she's doing a bit of a choreography, so maybe that's why. And to be honest, girls these days, they like to wear sneakers everywhere, so she's
I do personally as a girl, but I mean there is a place and a place, there is a style and a style. That's all I have to say.
Well said, Justine.
Thank you.
Brava. Moving on, San Marino. Two of us think that San Marino is qualifying. Mikhail.
How come, Sean?
I will tell you later. Mikhail.
Well, San Marino was like my 40, 39, 38, 37. Why? Because first, I don't want to say hate, but I don't like at all Achille Lauro. I really hate his musical personality, his character, his arrogance. He's like, I don't know, I do not support him in every... The only thing that I could stand, was the song that they did last year, if I'm not wrong, Mille, with Fedes and another
I can't even tell he's there.
Yeah, it was okay there because he hadn't to sing very much, but I don't like him at all. The staging helped him a lot. Roberto helped him a lot.
Roberta, it's a woman.
No, it's Roberto. It's man, not a woman.
Are you sure?
Yeah. How is the bull's name? And they said, and that's he said it's the bull's name is Roberto because it's a man. Bull, it's masculine, not feminine.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you're right.
It's not the woman of the bull because I don't know even in English how it is called.
That was a bit of a cut from my end.
Google it. It is Roberta with A.
It's Roberta.
No way. Yeah. No way.
You're wrong.
So I was right.
Google proved you wrong.
Oh well, I'm googling.
Achille Lauro's the dumb one, not me.
San Marino.
Giorgio, you also think this is qualifying?
Yes,
and you also can't stand Achille
and
Lauro.
I feel exactly the same about Achille Lauro as Mika. I can't stand him. I think he's really lame. But he did put on a hell of a show for this Eurovision. And if Moldova made it through with something so left of the middle, then I don't see why Achille wouldn't. That's going to be a televoting success. And I don't think he's going to do much in the final or even in the semifinal, but it will be just enough to scrap through. But this is one of the many very borderline qualifiers. So if I'm going to be proven wrong, I'm going to take it, and happily so.
I know please be proven right, because I want to be proven wrong on this one. I absolutely love San Marino. I liked this song from the minute it was released. I actually don't mind Achille Lauro that much, but I don't know as much as you guys because you both live in Italy. And yeah, I really want this to qualify, but I crossed it off after seeing last night's results. I can completely see the juries putting this dead last. I mean, I think last night, again, we don't have the split results yet, but off of guessing that Latvia and Albania were crucified by the juries, they were both songs with sexual choreographies, and one with sexual choreography and one with sexual
you're right.
lyrics.
You're right.
And I think this is something that they don't appreciate for whatever reason. I don't endorse this lack of appreciation because we all have sex at some point in our lifetimes, but
except for Sinan from Women Blocks.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Suzanne exposed him as a virgin at 26.
Don't expose him again.
That was so funny.
Achille Lauro's performance is very sexually suggestive, and I can actually expect the juries to obliterate him. I really wish to be proven wrong because my first wish is to see Malta qualify, and my second, right on Emma Muscat's heels or sneakers, is San Marino. And I hope it qualifies, and I hope I'm proved wrong by this one and Azerbaijan, because that would be amazing.
I hope I'm going to be proven wrong on this too, because my wet dream is seeing Achille Lauro humiliated in front of all of Italy. Imagine him not qualifying. His ego will take such a huge hit. Trust me, as an Italian, he is unbearable.
Yeah, but he needs enough televote points. It's San Marino. It's San Marino. It's San Marino, guys.
Italy is not voting.
Yeah, but also if they killed Bronella's performance for having some sexual parts, and in the end it wasn't at all that sexual level that we talked about. He is like, explicit also now. He's like touching here. So I think juries will kill him. And he needs enough televote points to surpass more than 100 points. So,
and you think it is going to qualify?
Look, I don't want him to qualify. Yeah, we are talking here who we think that is going to qualify. Our prediction. Like I said, I wanted Moldova, but I thought Switzerland could qualify. But I didn't want Switzerland to qualify. And I think the San Marino is the same. I don't want him.
All I'm going to say to you, Giorgio, if you have this dream you had, I had it last year with Destiny, and it came true. So,
but she was last in the round order.
No,
you mean in the final, like the?
Yeah, in the final. Yeah.
I still have that gift saved in my bookmarks.
And it was.
I loved her reaction. I loved her reaction.
Poor Destiny. They really did her wrong with the running order. Will Romania qualify? No.
We already discussed Romania or this, and unfortunately, we already
for no.
Sorry. To the final. San Marino is 100% qualifier based on his rehearsals. The song isn't the best for me, but it is not boring, and he will make a great show, which we need.
Exactly, he's not boring. That's why he's going to qualify, because the performance is not boring, unlike many others. Like he's going to come right after Australia, right before. I don't remember. Australia is boring as fuck, and San Marino is going to awaken the audience. As much as
Malta. It's between Malta, San Marino, and after it's Australia.
Yeah, he's in.
The song and performance is strong enough to qualify, but the track record of San Marino makes me worried. Plus, Italy is not voting in the semi, and people might compare him to Måneskin.
No, it's nothing to do with Måneskin. Måneskin are cool, Achille is not.
I really like the Iceland song. I slept so well yesterday on it.
Oh, come on, Iceland. Come on.
And now you're going to sleep again on it on Saturday.
But I hope San Marino qualifies. Epic's Eurovision guy, I am with you. There are two more countries we haven't talked about, and one of them is Israel. One of us thinks Israel is qualifying.
No way, no. For real?
Is it you?
Who?
It's only me?
Oh, it's only you.
No, it's
not me. I didn't like it.
Well, yeah, I will start the defense now. It's not very defense because I don't like his attitude at all. But I made a swap. 10th place from Finland went to Israel, and the 11th place went for the Finland. as I said, Michael Ben David, I don't like his personality at all, his attitude. Like, he is that boy of Mama that Mama has made the best boy in the world, and he's like in every interview, Mama told me to wear this clothes. Mama told me, it's like, very much. But
He's disgusting.
I really, a lot. Do not judge, because we know that he has his own personality. We are not judging, but
I'm not judging, but I think he's disgusting.
yeah, it's disgusting, and it's too much. Like, he knows that now he's the president of the camera. He's like making over drama queen in a short way. But the second rehearsal,
because he's gay.
Yeah.
He feels special purely because he's gay.
Yeah,
that's
and in the second rehearsal. Yeah, in the second rehearsal, Michael really showed that he can handle the high notes. And for that, we have to agree, all of us, because he really can sing those high notes. I mean, it's not a problem for him to make the falsetto. And yeah, we need some songs, like, for real to dance on the grand final. And I know this is not the most perfect dance song that we have this year, but I think I would swap Israel with Finland, and he may go through easily because he creates some of atmosphere. I think so.
Justine, you didn't like this?
No, I mean, I don't have much to say about this. I just didn't like it. Full stop.
Giorgio,
you know what?
Yeah.
First of all, his attitude is funny from far away. As long as you're not coming in contact with him, but only watching him, then I think it's funny. And I think he's totally playing a character. Like, they gave him this stereotypical gay sassy song, and he's just playing along with it. And he's exaggerating his behaviors. And I don't think he's like that in real life, also because he got engaged, and nobody will get engaged to someone like that.
Married, not engaged, married.
Yeah, engaged. It means that he got the ring, and then he's getting married.
He got married.
He got married? You can't get married.
Yeah, I thought he got married. Well,
no, I think
it's an engagement. Google.
I think it's an engagement.
Yeah, it's an engagement ring that he got.
You give way too much.
Okay, yeah, because I've seen the description, and it's like, who's getting married, but I just read the word married, and I thought it's okay.
But well, apart from that, I give it up to him. He's an amazing vocalist. He's an amazing performer, very charismatic. But I failed to see how anyone would vote for this. Like, what's the audience for it? Because the gays hate it because it's too out in your face. Who's going to vote for it? I struggle to find the audience for it.
No, it's not. It's not who's going to vote for Israel. It's because he would be, like, correctly more than 50% of the countries that are not going to qualify. It will be better than North Macedonia, better than Georgia, better than Montenegro. Sorry, Sean, better maybe than Malta, because he has some better vocals than Emma, and the song, like,
let's not go that far.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me right now?
No, look, to not misunderstand. I really want Malta in the final, but I mean, correctly.
Yes, but to say Michael Ben David has better vocals than Malta?
No, no.
That's too much, dear.
In this song it's better. We have to. I've seen Emma's rehearsal. Like, she's not going that good, and Michael has a bit more difficult song than Emma, to be honest. The vocal. Emma is like in the middle. This is my master plan. I'm gonna take. Yeah. Instead, he's playing with very high notes and falsetto, as we said.
Yeah, but who's going to be impressed by that? Juries? Like, the juries don't vote for the vocals alone; they vote for a full package.
Israel, to me.
Compare Israel with Ireland. Israel is going through.
Israel, to me, is the alongside Poland that a lot of people say, "Oh my God, great vocals," but just because your vocals are great, it doesn't mean I have to like them. I think I can't stand when he's like, oh,
me neither. Me neither.
It's grating on my ears, and this is not a debate with you, Mikhail, but so many people say, no, he's gonna qualify because he's got great vocals and he's got stage presence. Honestly, when I saw the second rehearsal clip, I said, like, when I saw all of that sorry, gay choreography. Sorry, I can't find another word.
You ready? How's that? You ready?
I just said to myself, I never want to watch this again, and I switched off my phone. I was
Come
so
on.
cringed
on.
out.
I think it's
And
very funny, very entertaining, but he promotes a type of
and we-
performance that the Eurovision has completely gotten over. So that's why I
The
struggle
only thing I
to
will
see a
give
place for him in
the
the
only thing I
final.
will give him is this: he is a fan of Nicole Scherzinger. That's the only thing I will give him.
So I might have her CD.
Yeah, but Sean, also, if I voted for Israel to go through, it's because it's my 10th place, and in my 10th place, I put Finland, also like in borderline Finland, Ireland, Malta, and Israel. And I see from all these four, correctly danceable, and I don't know, it's better Israel.
Yeah, I mean, I do see a path for Israel, mind you, because I've been slating Mikhail Ben David because I really can't stand him, and I didn't say if I think this is going to qualify or not. I don't think this is gonna. I mean, I don't have this in my 10, but if it qualifies, I won't be surprised. First of all, for some reason, the EBU absolutely loves Israel and is very.
They love him so much that they put him second
It's
in the
very
running order.
Zionist. I mean, yeah, no, but I don't think. Yeah, you might be right, but still, like Israel has gotten through with far worse for me. Anyway, that's one. Secondly, I like we're living in a politically correct world where any performers like this, we feel bad for them and we put them through. And I do fear that the juries will have that effect on Israel. Like I said, to me, it was when I was doing my 10, it was this one or Finland. And I have been going back and forth on Finland. Not that the songs are comparable.
Like you're like me then.
Yeah. I've been going back and forth with this and Finland. And ultimately I went with Finland because I thought the juries would appreciate Finland a little bit more than Israel, purely because the juries like to name drop, and the Rasmus are a hot name. So I don't know. But if this qualifies even, I don't know, over someone else, I wouldn't be surprised. But at the same time, my absolute despise towards Mikhail Ben David blocks me from accepting any sort of chances that this has qualified.
I hope I'm right, so I can go the same thing as Switzerland after yesterday.
I really, really hope you are wrong. Read this like
Read
Devin
this
would.
like
Israel
Devin.
is out. Israel.
Oh really?
Like
Devin don't like Israel?
No, because Devin, when he says a song, like when a song is going out, he says, William tries to be like, but I can't see chances. And then Devin would be like, out. It's out.
Oh, yeah. No, but I didn't know he didn't like this entry.
No, I don't know if he likes it or not. He said, read this like Devin would. Like Devin would.
Oh, okay. Oh, I thought Devin. Okay.
Yeah.
Ow.
Israel is very likely to qualify Old School Eurovision, and he has voice. Ugh. Belgium has 0 chances with the televote. Speaking of Belgium,
old school thing is what convinces me that he's not going through.
I hope so.
Which one?
Speaking of Belgium,
Israel.
there is one of us who thinks that Belgium is going through.
Hello.
Justine.
Hi. I mean, I think it will go through, but it won't be on the top 5. In the top 5, I mean, it will be 8, 9, maybe even 10. It doesn't start off very strong, but I do feel like as the song progresses, it's quite a good contemporary, not very Eurovision kind of song, which I liked. Like if I heard it on the radio, I would definitely like it, but there's nothing really outstanding about it, so I can get why you guys wouldn't think that it would qualify. But I think vocally he can do quite well. And that's what I think about it. I really like it. I don't mind it at all.
Yeah, on the radio, it's a strong song. I agree with you. But then I saw the rehearsal. It was the most boring minute of my life. He's a really attractive guy, and he looks sweet, but there's nothing going on that stage that values the song. Yeah,
there's something missing. The song is good.
But his live vocals haven't been as strong as we all expected. So
same. I agree with you.
Even though
His live
he's
vocals were
late in the
terrible.
running order, I think that he's going to get forgotten about anyway.
But it's strange that because the live vocals on the rehearsals were so bad and the pre-parties were good.
That's
know?
why I
Belgium for me was in my top
Wasn't
10
bad.
qualifiers from the semi too. But after hearing his rehearsal, I said no. Apart from the staging that is like empty, like a ghost, like anything special and won't help him at all. But also the bad vocals. Already we are in the semi with Poland, with Australia that are pretending to have the best vocals this year, and having those weak vocals won't help him at all. Sorry.
Yeah, I forgot which pre-party I watched. I think it was Madrid, and he was there, and his vocals were terrible. And that's where I started to be like, "Oh my god, how did this guy win The Voice?"
Yeah, but Amsterdam was very good, pretty good. In Amsterdam.
I don't know. Maybe he's drinking, but right now his vocals are not that great. And yeah,
maybe
usually I
it's
would
the
have said-
allergies. Maybe it's the allergies. It's May, so
Maybe he had
allergy
too much-
season
Maybe he had too much pasta.
as well.
I don't know. I would usually for a song like this, I would have it rely on jury support. But if his vocals aren't on par, I can't even see the juries getting behind this. It will probably come, ninth maybe in the jury, but the televote won't go for this. And yeah, the same from Epic's Eurovision guy. If Belgium qualifies, it will be purely because of strong jury support. Televote won't go for this. Like I said,
Can I say a fun fact about Belgium?
Please.
Speaking to Albania, going out yesterday, she will take all her friends out from every single semifinal. Like Brooke from Ireland won't qualify. Wurst from Romania won't qualify tomorrow. Belgium won't qualify. So all her friends will be out from the final. So she won't be alone. It's a fun fact.
It could quite possibly come true, though.
Yeah. Besides Chanel, that it's like going to burn the stage.
We'll talk about that later. Guys, thank you so much for joining once again. And thank you to anyone who watched. If you did like this content, please like this video. Subscribe to my channel down below and come and follow me on my Instagram. And thank you, Justine, for filling up for Queen Rebecca last minute.
As we say in Maltese, Tashain, it's nothing.
De nada. And thank you, Mikhail. Sorry.
Faliminderit.
Sorry again to see you back in Tirana. So, will you be going for the final though, or still not sure?
If I go, I will go Saturday, but I won't go tomorrow because I'm already. It's too late.
Yeah, not in the mode. And to close this off, this was an amazing show. See you on the next streaming. Good luck for your favorites, you sweet, sexy, and funny people.
Oh my!
Oh, thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
On Friday. Be there or be
Friday,
square.
Yeah.
Guys, thank you so much. Arrivederci. Go Malta.
Grazie.